my little natives, and I think that's a little forest fly just there in the entrance. It shouldn't be there. So, I'm not liking the look of the fly. I'm going to have to open this up and see if they've done any damage in here. Normally, forest fly goes to hives that are... Oh, hello, we've got something else flying around here. The bee was attached to another fly. I think it was taking it out. So what we might do is open these up and see if we've got any damage in here. And if we have, I have another box I can transfer the brood into. If it's all okay, well, we'll leave them. But I'm just a little bit anxious about the fact that there's forest fly around the front of this beehive. It shouldn't be there. So I'm going to move them from here to have a look and see what we can find. Alright, this won't take long because I'll pause this, but you guys it won't take long, but for me it will. Alright, be back in a sec. So, see how we end up going with this. They've all popped back inside now, and there's a few there at the front. I was hoping to have Rose help me, but Rose is a bit busy at the moment. So I'll be stopping and starting this. That's because I have to try and pull all this apart on my own. In case none of you know, I actually hurt myself. So, you know, these things happen. Basically, I was playing with a honey extractor and I cut the back of my finger. I had to go in and have the doctors open it up to have a look to see if I'd damaged a tendon or a ligament, which I didn't. So they stitched me back up. In a week or so, this will all be off. So I'll just pause this for a sec, we'll open it up, we'll have a look inside and hopefully it's all good. If it's not, well, we'll have to do some repairs. That being the case, I have another old box there I can put them into. But, hopefully it's all good. Alright, back in just a tick. So being Hocking's Eye, they're a little upset. But it appears that they're all up in the top. There's a few little flies flying in there, but they're all coming out. And there's mostly bees. It hasn't gone all slimy, so I don't think they've gotten in there too badly just yet. So there's their pollen there, the yellow. And there's some honey in there. That's all the involucrum. That's the wax that covers the brood nest. So I might flip this open and see if we can get a better look. This was a swarm capture. That's another reason I don't want to lose them, is because they were free bees. I'll just pause you for a sec. Okay, so obviously that's pollen there in that pot. A few flies that I've seen have gone now. There's a bee running around in the bottom there. And there's a few bees up in here. They're all hiding. So in here, all these little things, they're the eggs. That's where all the larvae are. So they're all up in here. Now this isn't a huge hive, I know, but it's still a good hive. Like I said, it was a swarm capture, so it's a bit out of focus there, but it's a little Hocking's Eye. Now the Hocking's Eye are actually the larger of the social stingless bees, even though it's tiny on my hand. But yeah, so you can see the brood, it all looks pretty intact. There are honey pots up in here, you can see up in here in the back, these are honey pots, dark ones. Obviously those light ones like I've damaged there, that's a pollen pot. This is all their structure, which is made from both wax and resin, because they're a resin bee. But as I can see, it doesn't appear to be flies, at least I hope not. Oh, there's a couple of flies, there's a bee down there. Get you back up in there. I don't like going back in once I get them out. It's a little house fly, I'll get rid of that. I'm just trying to make sure there's no actual... Well, there's a couple of flies buzzing in there. That's what I'm worried about. So I'll see if I can get them out and then we'll go from there. Okay, hang on a sec. Alrighty, so I can't see any flies. There's not much happening in the way of bees either, so they've all vanished on me. There's a few down in here. I'd say most of them are hiding up in here, in this side, up in underneath here, in with the brood, looking after it. So I'm going to put this back together and put them back, and I might give them another boost by putting them in a new spot, and it might help them out. So I'll just push that down over there. So I'll just lift this back over. Oh, it's a bit hard to juggle this with the one hand. I'll just pause you for a sec. Okay, so I'll just slowly put this back down on top. Let all that structure go back in there together. Now what I will do is I'll get some tape, and I'm going to tape around this gap so you won't get anything in between it. And then I'm going to put them back out where they should be, and hopefully we won't have any more flies on there. So we'll see how we go. Alrighty, I'll be back in just a sec. I might actually stop it this time, it'll be a little while, and then I'll restart the video. So just a sec, guys, so hang on a sec. Okay, a bit of a rearrangement. So what I've done to give them a boost with bees, I did this the other day too. I've put them here so as you can see there's bees coming in with pollen and honey and nectar. Sorry, nectar, not honey. Now, this is from a different hive, but they're going into this hive. They're trying to work it out because it's not really their hive, but they're going in. Some are coming back out. They're being met by guard bees, but some of them are returning. Now, where the hive was, which was over here, I've put the different hive. This is a stronger hive. Now, probably confuse the bees a little. Being a stronger hive, they can also defend really well. It was a little bit buzzy here before because I had bees everywhere. What I'm more concerned about is the fact that there were flies around the front. So it is kind of different what I've done by swapping these two hives over, obviously because that one's there and this one's here. I'll explain that in a sec. I've just got to go. Somebody's at the front gate. Okay. So just to confuse things, so I've moved both the hives from there now. There's nothing coming back there at the moment. I'm going to put the two hives side by side. So I've got the hive in the middle was the one we just opened up, and the one on the end was the one that was actually here. So I'm hoping that what they'll do is they'll share bees for a little bit, and it'll help to boost this hive a little. So some bees are going in, some are coming out and then going back over to the other hive. But the idea is that if they come here, they'll boost this hive. And I have seen this done before. It usually works. It's rather cool actually that they'll sort of share bees between each other. So the hive that's actually on in this, well, you would see in this picture would be on your right, which was the hive that was actually here in the middle originally. That was actually the hive that was being attacked back at the start of the year, start of last year. So what I did was it was actually over there. And so what I did was I moved it, and I put some brood into this box and put this box in its place, and the attacking swarm went in, and they've been building and building and building. So the thing that's worried me is where it was sitting, there seemed to be little flies flying around there, which I know probably for some people it's hard to tell the difference, but a fly is definitely not a bee, and they move a lot faster in their movements. So what I've done here by doing this, the idea is that the bees coming back, some of them will come into this hive and give it a boost, because you get what's called drift between the hives. They'll soon work out which one's their house. They'll probably end up all going back to where they're supposed to. And because there's no bees actually over in the other area, well, then I know that there was probably almost no bees out foraging from this hive. Plus the flies are not over here where these hives are, so with a bit of luck it'll keep the fly problem away. So what I'm hoping is that this hive will now do a little better. I will of course have to put a lid on the top of the roof on this so it doesn't get wet, which I do have a spare one. I'll get that soon. The other thing I can do is swap the two entrances over, which will kind of confuse them even more, but it might help for what I want to do, which is boost up this little hive, because the hive on the right is actually very, very strong. So might even do that. Might swap the entrances and see if it makes a difference. So this will be an interesting tactic. I might move this hive again. We'll see what happens. So by moving the hive away, now the bees are coming in because they think this is their house and it's got their entrance tube. So as you can see, they're coming, landing on the entrance tube and going in. Whereas before, they were landing on it and they were trying to fly away and find their house. So the entrance tube has the smell of their hive. It's confusing a few of them, they're coming back out, but with a bit of luck, after a while they'll boost this hive a little. And the other hive should do all right. So what I'll do, I will go get a roof to put on this, and we'll see how they go. Alright, I'll be back soon. We've got a bit of activity on both. We'll see how they go. Sort themselves out. Hopefully I don't cause a fighting swarm or anything, and a bit of luck it'll just boost up this little hive in the middle. So, alright, I'll see how I go. I might get some more footage later on. Thanks for watching for now, and I might be back in a little bit. Hopefully I've got rid of the fly issue too. There don't seem to be any flies hanging around, which was the main problem I had. So we'll see how it goes. Come back in an hour or two. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll be back soon. Well, it'll look like soon for you guys. So I'll see how they go. I'll just see if I can zoom in here for a second. Hang on a second. Okay. So I've got quite a bit more activity now. This was the struggling hive. Let's see, it's getting a boost. See how it goes. So there are some flies trying to get into the stronger hive now, which I've put in the other position. The bees seem to be showing them out, although not much activity there now because I've probably annoyed them. But look up under there, there's a fly. Quite a bit smaller than a bee. I was just watching them and they were chasing them out. I'll just pause this, I'll see if I can get them to do it again. I don't know if you can see all the guard bees there at the entrance. See, they're trying to shoo that fly away. They don't like that fly. So because this is a stronger hive, it's getting rid of that fly. So that's pretty cool how they defend, and they stop little flies from getting in. So that's good. I'll pause this and we'll check out how the other hive's going that had the problem. So we have quite a few more bees flying in and out of this one and coming back with pollen now. So hopefully these extra bees coming back will help boost this hive and it'll make it stronger. And because of the position over here, for some reason the flies don't come over here, which is good. So I don't have a fly problem, just have confused bees. But all in all, it's looking pretty good so far. So I think I might have fixed my fly problem and boosted this hive. Now I've got a few more guard bees at the front too. So that's pretty cool. Oh, thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you next time. Bees flew, got rid of that fly again. Well, that was good. We're defending it really well. So I think this hive will be alright in this position for now. I might end up getting in the new home. I am actually going to redesign all this here. This is all going to go, so these will end up going to a new home. And yeah, so that'll be interesting. I'm redesigning this whole backyard. We're going to change a few things around, so I have to find a new home for my bees, but that's alright. We'll just slowly move them in the yard till we get them to a new location. So thanks for watching, and yep, I'll make another video of inside one of these hives when I pull another one apart in the future. Hopefully it won't be too far away. We'll see how we go, maybe in a couple of weeks. Alright, thanks for watching guys, and we'll catch you next time. Bye for now.